Midwest SBL, louder than ever, bringing you the fire. It's DJ Rusticles.
How long is long, Brian?
About three, 4. Oh, I've got a bunch of alcohol in this not even a white claw? Get them questions in, folks. Looks like just Jake and I. I bet he does. He got that kid himself. And it is Sundown After Dark, episode 36, I believe is what we're at now. We passed
Not 35.
We passed 35. 35! So, when we did episode 35, I never really explained why 35 is so consistent with me.
I think you should tell him, Brian.
It's not funny unless you're there kind of a thing, but in general, there's a show, you guys may have watched it back in the day, it was called Scrubs, and there was this one episode where the guy, the old black man, just goes 35, and it's like throughout the whole sequence, throughout the whole thing, and so I always just say 35 all the time. But one time we went to the Vietnamese restaurant, which we frequent often, and I usually get a 34 as my number there, and I really enjoy the 34. But the dish that is number 35 is totally different than a 34.
Hello.
Well, here's the deal. So I had 35 stuck in my head, and I was like, I want dish number 35, and I meant to say 34. Well, the dish comes out.
Was it like 8 shrimp?
It's like 6 shrimp and a cup of rice. I felt so.
You should have
hard.
seen his face. I've never seen him more disappointed.
I was like, oh my God, and I had to eat it. I think somebody else gave me some of their food too. I was like, so I'll never do that again.
Hey, we already got some questions on here. What do we got here? Got any recommendation for new anime that isn't well known?
That is all you, Jake. All
Yeah,
you.
man. No, I'm into all kinds of that stuff.
I don't do the anime at all. Not even anime.
I know a
porn.
lot of people don't talk about it, but it is kind of popular in the community. Hunter x Hunter is amazing. I actually really liked Saga of Tanya the Evil. That time I was reincarnated as a slime is pretty lit. Yeah,
That's
the title is That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime.
all right.
Yeah, pretty good shit.
I just can't do anime because I don't
So-
want to sit there and read.
So
the
thank
whole
you,
time.
Dwayne. I am a professional dad. 3 kids. I got to practice.
Yeah, I watch wrestling with my son. That's what I do with my kids.
I always got to make sure that the boys are like, "Oh, Dad, really?"
Oh shit! So we've got some product on the table. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. We'll talk about it here. There we go. So right there in front of you, Jake.
Are you going to take it out, Brian? You going to do it?
It's not as easy. I got too much shit in
Since
front
you're
of
the
me.
hostess with the mostest.
Well, actually, your hands are on camera right now.
Are they? Ooh,
Yeah.
We need Kyle then. We need a hand model.
Sexy fingers.
He just changed his profile to be a professional hand model at Sundown Audio, so I don't know why he's not in here.
So what are we looking at?
Speakers. These are the these are the E6.5 coaxials. Let's see. Can you guys see this good? What
This
do we have
camera
here?
right there. There you go.
So yeah, this is the E6.5.
Tilt it a little bit so you can see that centerpiece.
Can you see it?
You see that ripple in the center, folks?
Yeah, that is,
tilt it the other way so you get more light to
That
it.
is a
There we go.
like a little rubber damper that prevents water and debris from going in there. So these will be actually pretty effective in.
Water resistance.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them waterproofs, but these are water and debris resistant.
Yeah.
So like we have a nice titanium dome that's weather resistant, polycone, sealed up,
It's
rubber
kind,
surround.
kind of our little way into the power sports market a little bit.
Yeah,
You know?
and we have our custom tooled basket here. Has Sundown in the
Bring it this way a little bit. There you go.
has Sundown in there. Yeah, I'm still new at all this. So custom tooled basket. It's got nice ventilation here. Like a lot of cheaper coaxes don't have any venting on the frame, so we want to get the power handling up a little bit.
Yeah.
But really just a good basic set. Sounds great. I actually have the 5 1/4s in my car.
Yep.
They're gonna be about $85 for a pair of these retail.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty proud of them for what they are, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I really enjoy the new frame you did on that.
Yeah.
It's cool that they can stamp our logo. And shit on
Exactly.
it too. And that little spider doodad in the middle.
Yeah, that was custom tool.
What do you call that?
I call it a damper. It's
We'll call it a rubber. This is the rubber.
So yeah, like I said, these use a titanium dome.
Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to have every line have its own tweeter material, so you can kind of,
Right.
if you want a certain sound from your driver, you can pick like a different tweeter. Like the E is going to be the titanium, then the SA is silk. I'm actually looking at doing like a magnesium on the U, and then the X, which I might redo the naming a little bit, but I'll go with what I've said so far. The X is beryllium. So like the series might end up shifting around because I thought about doing something else in between there, the U series and all that. But we'll see how it goes. Like
show
finally,
up the components then. So
let's see. What did they say here?
We'll get to them. Let's look at the components that we're talking
Okay.
about these real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, we, as you would expect, we kind of took essentially the same thing, except for a couple small differences, and turned it into separates.
Yeah.
So you got your little tweeter guy here. Let's see. Can oh I got on the camera there? Good. Little tweeter. This is the titanium tweeter, and you can kind of swivel it around this housing a little bit.
That's cool.
Yep.
It's got a flush mount
Yep.
pod to it.
Yep. So it's we got a little swivel action. The back chamber is a little bigger than on the coax, but other than that, it's essentially the same thing.
Yeah. And also will
Put it back in
be
here.
somewhat water resistance because it's a
Yeah.
component set.
Yeah, let's get moving here.
One thing we didn't show off was that there's no push terminals on these, but we do have the spade terminal connectors.
Oh
also.
yeah. I'll show that on these.
Okay.
So then you got your mid. No surprises here since you just saw the coax. Bam. Just have a dust cap there. And as Brian was saying, we have these just standard terminals here, but never fear. Because we have this cute handy little wiring kit that has the stuff already on it. So you have the wires that you need to go to your crossovers.
It's just a simple, basic design. There's nothing crazy about it. That's how we're able to keep the price down.
And this is a pretty basic crossover. It doesn't have any adjustability on the tweeter volume. Let's see.
Bring it this way.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that.
Bam. So
Okay.
very compact. You can put this anywhere. see if I can get this.
Yeah, that model does not have the plus and minus 3 dB. It just has the standard Twitter setting.
Anyone that's familiar with like crossovers and stuff, you can see that this is a 12 dB and a 6 dB network.
There we go.
So the 12 dB network is for the tweeter. The 6 dB network is a low pass on the mid. So kept it pretty simple, compact. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. This component set will be $150. So definitely towards the budget end, you know. But as far as budget stuff, I'm pretty proud of it. It's very, very smooth sounding. No offensiveness to the sound whatsoever.
What's our time frame on that looking like?
Well, these I haven't started production yet. The coaxes I started production a while ago, and they could be ready to ship from the factory at any time. So they should be out this year. These will be out sometime early next year, the components.
Cool. And those of you, especially dealers who've been waiting for a lot of speakers in general to come in back into stock, I think we got a shipment coming in either late this month or early in November. It's October now, right? Yeah, no, early November possibly at the latest.
Probably something like that.
Yeah, I think did they leave port yet?
No. Everything is going super slow. Everything's going super slow right now.
No, it's just the business these days.
Like, I'm looking at a lot of lead times of 5 and 6 months, you know, where it used to be 3 months and then 3.5 and then, well, we'll get that in there later, I guess. Then like 4, and then they're like, oh yeah, we'll do it in 4.5, and then it actually becomes 5, and then it becomes 6.
We're just used to it. That's why we give late estimated dates now. Let's see, what other kind of questions do we have here?
I don't have
Jared asked for sensitivity on that.
I don't have that on me, but it's like pretty comparable to a lot of stuff out there. I think I posted the frequency response graphs on Facebook, and it contains the sensitivity.
Yeah. Alrighty. Motorcycles, marine grade. Yep. So, I would still be a little hesitant on outdoor vehicles, but if you don't plan on having a shit ton of water running around on it, it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, it's like weather. I would call it weather resistant, not weatherproof.
Yeah. Just throw you some Never Wet on there. You'd be all right. And some UV protection.
It does work. We have done it and tried it.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you come sit over here, Brandon, so people can see you. Thomas, I don't think Thomas is going to come in today. Donnie's probably still on the phones with customers. He should be in here any moment. Yeah, Thomas has some things to do. Actually, he forgot that we were going to do a show today, so that's what happens. Check this out behind me. Let's go ahead. Actually, let me go ahead and do this view right here. Bam. So you see this right here?
No, we can't see around your head.
So, yeah. We got this done. So basically, we had bass head tees. They made me a negative of the logo, and what we did was just use some white paint, and I kind of stayed far back and painted it, but I still wanted some of that brick to show through. So it has like that old look to it.
It's kind of antiqued, relict, maybe, if you will.
So we did that, and it came out perfect. Came out exactly how I wanted it to. So thank you, bass head tees. And speaking of bass head tees, they carry all Sundown merchandise there. Well, they make a lot of merchandise for Sundown and Sundown After Dark. And if you wanted to, you can go there and use promo code After Dark to get you a little discount at Basehead Tees.
What do we have? We have a guy here asking we ship to Algeria. I'm sure that you could get one of our dealers to do that for you. I know, like, they're
not on that list, are they? Algeria's okay.
I think they're okay. Yeah. I wish I don't want to try to pronounce your name and mess it up, but
so for Algeria, I would contact Monster Team Cars out of Saudi Arabia. I think they're going to be the closest.
You think
closest
so?
To you, yeah.
And if you can't get with them, you could probably try like Woofers or Down Sound or Audio Apex.
Yeah,
those guys can probably do
dealer,
it.
Yeah. But Monster, I think it's called Monster Team Cars and Sound. They are based out of UAE, or no, that's Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia and UAE is totally different. They're based out of UAE. Saudi Arabia is different guy. So anyway, check those out. They're on their locator. So if you want somebody somewhat close by, you can check those guys out.
Man, I've been running around like crazy today doing numbers and stuff.
Yeah, what kind of numbers you been doing?
Amplifier sales, like from what I was just saying with the delays and all that. I went through and ran my numbers again. I just placed the biggest amplifier order I've ever placed.
You said this like the last 5 times.
Yeah, it keeps getting bigger, and then
we're gonna get 2 containers now instead of 1.
That was like 7. They just shipped 2 for one order.
Jesus Christmas!
That was like 7 days ago. I placed an even bigger one than that, and then I was like, oh hell, they told me the lead time's gonna increase, and so I needed to place another one that's basically a container. just because everything's going to come in later. Luckily, they gave me the heads
What
up.
champs are we talking?
SFBs and
Okay.
and next generation.
So I guess they're back in business and ramping up, but all their customers are asking.
Everybody,
Yeah.
and then all the parts suppliers.
Yeah, I don't know what other companies they do business for, but I'm sure it's a decent amount. So,
Quite a few.
yep. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. He's North Africa. We don't have anybody in North Africa at the moment. Actually, just oddly enough, had somebody from not North Africa, kind of like in the middle. I don't want to mess it up, but yeah, there was he was asking to be a dealer, and
I would love to have someone in Africa. We just haven't had that opportunity.
So South Africa, we had a dealer at one point. South Africa is really weird. So it's like they only allow their holy shit. What is that?
That's probably Jesse testing his EV6s.
Good Lord, that was loud. South Africa. I don't know about North Africa, but South Africa, it's its own country, right? So
Yeah.
they only allow their importers to import a certain dollar amount per year. Otherwise, they get hit by massive tariffs. So that dealer was only bringing in certain equipment, and it wasn't enough. I guess he stopped buying our stuff. I don't know.
I got a question. SA and U have the same frame, but they have the same. X-Mech is pretty comparable between the two, but Linear X-Max, the U has quite a bit more.
Gotcha.
Let's see what else we got here.
So
Thinking about
in
grabbing
the
up here.
downtime, Brian, do you want to talk about the Sundown Show V2 that is happening?
Yep.
It's actually not a V2. It's actually not a finals either.
Right.
It's just a show at the Hickory Speedway.
Yeah. So we mentioned it a couple shows
think
ago.
Derek was
we'll
in here.
definitely mention it again. Was that September 20th?
No, it's supposed to be November.
I'm sorry, November 20th. 21st?
I'm pretty sure it's 21st. Let me look.
So in November, we're doing a show. We'll just call it. We'll call it a show. It's not the Sundown Show. It's not finals. We're gonna call it the Not Final Show.
That's what it's called.
Is that the final name?
That's the final name.
That's actually what they call it on Facebook. You can look it up.
Yeah, on Facebook you'll see it.
Yeah, the 21st of November.
The 21st of November, Hickory Motor Speedway here in the Hickory, North Carolina area. This is a few exits down from us. Check that out. It's going to be probably big, just like the Sundown Show was. We're going to do probably the same thing.
Essentially,
We're going to have a big tent, though, this time because we don't know what the weather's going to be like.
Well-
And since it's kind of like a finals, do you want it to be a little more formal, I guess you can say?
It caters more to the competitors, but here.
Yeah, there you go. There's a microphone. There you go.
Is this how it's supposed to be?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
All right. It's supposed to be similar to a finals, so we're going to cater more to the competitor side of things. But we are welcoming demo guys to show up as well. We're trying to bring back a little bit more spectator to the sport.
Mm-hmm.
The competitor thing, people go into the lanes, they just go bzzz, and they're done.
Right.
People get bored with that.
And if anybody's ever been to finals in general, which is lately it's been in Louisville,
Yes.
that's what it is. There's no real spectating. All the spectators are there doing their thing. So,
Hey, Donnie.
what's up, buddy?
Show started?
Yeah.
It's been
Without
started.
you.
Oh,
Come on in. We got to talk about the McDonald's guy.
I got a question to ask.
What's that?
Is it like live?
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah,
right
man,
now.
go ahead.
So do we have 7500s in your cell? Seems like you said
No.
something
No.
like that.
We
I
don't
think
have any amps.
I think the only ones we have left are in Derek's Blazer, and I think they're
Yeah,
spoken for.
I've been spoken for them to people.
I wasn't
Yep.
sure. It seemed like okay, never mind. Okay, cool.
Come on in,
There
Donnie.
might be an NS2 if you want to look.
Yeah. Well, when you're done, we have you and I have some funny things to talk about.
Okay, yeah, when I'm done, I'll.
All right. I got beer. Do you want
He'll
some
be
beer?
back. There's
I can
beer.
answer this question real quick for Kevin. Release date of the ZV6. The best thing I can tell you, it's going to be early 2021.
Oh, so yeah, somebody posted a picture of the prototype. I guess your wife bought it. Your
yeah.
wife.
That's one of her regular refurb customers.
Yeah.
He's Tony Mon.
And
Tony
I got
Montana.
like 50 messages. Hey, Brian, can I buy this now?
Yeah,
all very
I got
international.
two protos that were like
He-
slightly
he's
different than
going
production,
in here, yeah.
and then I gave them to her to sell to her customers for
Right.
refurbs. And that guy Tony has bought several things from her in the past, and so I was like, hey, you should offer it to him. And so he was like, hell yeah. So he got it. But basically first quarter is the only thing I can really say.
And if you hear any boom boom going on in the background, that's
Yeah.
actually Jesse testing his EV6.
Yeah, because I started production on the coils like a month ago, but like Precision Econoline is running like 3 or 4 month lead time. So like we'll have all the other parts before we have the coils at this rate.
Yep. Well, we're saying what, January, February?
I would just say first quarter.
First quarter.
Yeah,
January, February, March.
yeah, depending on how everything goes.
What's up, Derek? What you got going on?
Hello. Shipping a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you've been palletizing everything.
Yeah.
Just like fuck tons of pallets coming out today.
Yes. A lot.
That's actually a fun fact that Jake and I went over yesterday. Our ground sales are comparable to last year, but
Yeah,
our
freight is like through the roof.
Is through the roof.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
We've had a lot of dealers shift from ground sales to freight.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Is anybody watching? Can you hear the boom boom in the background?
Yeah, I can see when I book freight, it actually gives me a little like speedometer at the top. It's a funny little graphic it does. So it keeps marks of like your average, and this year we're like pegged out. If we could like fully redline it, that's what my little speedometer looks
So
like
we
this
get
year.
we get bonus points for that, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hit that turbo
Hey,
button.
Get some extra
Travis,
percentage deductions.
that's no problem, Travis. You can take a look in there. Just don't mess with anything.
All right, let's see what else we got going on here.
Yeah, Ryan Maxey is talking about the Team Neo V3. Am I working on it? Yes. Am I disclosing what I'm doing? No. But I will tell you we'll have more motor force.
Yeah.
You're on YouTube, right?
Potentially, substantially more
read
motor
into
force.
So King Travis, you have a question about your buddy Salt 8 going
Yeah,
in
I
Protect.
just answered him.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm over here looking at things.
I told him it's cool that he can just take a look. Just don't mess with anything.
Yeah. Don't go trying to repair it.
Don't go ninja. Nobody don't need ninja.
Oh, I had a funny story about Ninja yesterday. I was actually just talking with Donnie yesterday because I said out of nowhere I was just like, "Don't go ninja, nobody don't need ninja," because it just comes up in your head from time to time. And I was like, I don't remember the last time I ninged on somebody. And then I was like, when is the last time I did some ninjing? And that was back in high school. That's the last time I ever got in any kind of fight or anything.
You got to get your kids. You got to sneak attack them.
Kids back, you at 'em.
Yeah, just chilling on the couch. Kids randomly walk by, just karate chop.
Hit him in the back of the knee.
I get my kids all the time.
My grandfather used to do that shit.
My kids do it back to me now.
Yeah.
They're getting grown.
Yeah, if I try to sit on the couch, I've got all of mine like piled on me. Well, the boys go first, and then my baby girl sees it, and she just runs in. She's like, ah.
She probably jumps on everybody.
Yeah. So
After so many years of getting my kids, they like, you come through a doorway, one of my kids is hiding on the other side every time.
Nice.
well, they're getting old too. Like they're. Damn, you're near your height now.
Yeah. And we fight. The only thing I tell my girls, you don't hit me in the nuts. Anything else, we can do whatever. Just don't hit me in the nuts. Save that for when somebody's really, really attacking you.
Savion wants to know about two U15s at airport size. I would do an 8-inch airport in that.
I got another one here for Kevin. The team return. I do have a V3 that I'm very satisfied with overall. We're dialing in a lot of the tolerances for production. I don't have the timeline yet. I kind of got sidetracked on it. We were trying to sell the last of the Team Ferret V2s, which they are sold.
Yep.
And I was trying to get the NSV5, ZV6, XV3, all that stuff together. But yeah, we'll definitely have it out in 2021. The new Team V3, which will be based on the Saint design, like the Nightshade. So actually, the motor is only about 65 pounds.
And that's something. And it's it's a good 30% more motor force, right?
It'll be compared to the old Team Neo, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is the lightest team ever, and also the strongest. It is slightly more powerful than the Team Ferrite with a Neo cap.
Yeah, the easiest way to explain it to people is if you know what a Nightshade version 4 looks like, take that, make it chrome and just a little bit bigger, and maybe put a little concave on the bottom
get it
end.
wider, and it's a little slanted like this.
Yeah,
because we didn't need any more. We tried to get rid of any material we didn't need, and there was extra space down there, so we slanted it slightly, and that shaved off like 5 more pounds.
I like it when you shave.
Yeah, man.
Yep, I like it shaved, like it's nice and smooth.
Damn it, Brian.
Yeah.
Good eye, Brian.
Hopefully Jesse will walk in here when
Yeah,
when
they
he's
said
done.
it sounds like in the 30 hertz range. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm.
He
What he's
typically
doing.
peaks around 38, even though he likes to smash the lows. But if he's going for peak SPL, it's usually right in that mid 38.
What he's doing right
Smash
now is
30
he threw another Salt 6 in there, so he has a Salt 6, and he's basically testing the difference between V5 and V6 right now, because he hasn't actually done that with the same amp. So he's going to do it with the same amp.
So I'm going to talk to Joey here for a second. V4.5 is actually really close to what we did to the V5. The biggest difference, like performance-wise, is there's a significant decrease in inductive distortion, and the long-term thermal power handling is a little higher because the motor is going to dissipate the heat a lot better. But you've already got the number one change, which is the bigger gap in 8-layer coil. Unless you just really want to see that really awesome black chrome motor in there, I don't know that it'd be really worth it, but it does look really good.
Yeah, they're beautiful motors.
Beautiful. What's up, Donnie?
Hey.
How's it going, man?
Sup, Kane?
I thought I told you we were gonna do this at 4:30.
No, you didn't.
Oh well.
Johnny doesn't patronize the Facebook anymore.
Oh, that's
either,
right. You
so-
don't look
I'm
at
not.
Facebook.
I'm not on Facebook. So
Yeah.
is that what you said it on Facebook? I guess?
Yeah, I did, but I thought I mentioned it to you too. I wish we could do this at 8 o'clock, but nobody feels like staying at work that late. Because 8 o'clock is when you get more viewers, because people are finally home.
Can they read my shirt?
Yeah, they can read your. Well, sort of. The microphone's in the way. What's it say?
Here we go. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
What do you think, guys?
Balls.
Smoke cigars and know things.
Yep. So, God, my brain is shot. It's completely shot. I can't even run this show tonight.
You got to talk about the guy from McDonald's.
I do. Guy from McDonald's, and I wanted to talk about shaving my cat's asshole. We'll talk about that later. So,
Sit over there because then we can share.
Yeah, you should go sit over there.
That makes a lot.
go ahead.
Hey, Donnie, why don't you sit over here, man?
Yeah.
Hey, Donnie, sit over there.
I'll talk about my cat. How about that? So for a past, so I've got a cat. He's a good cat, and
You got
He-
that good pussy, huh?
yeah, I got that good pussy. Yeah, and he's like,
Does it do tricks?
he's a short-haired cat.
Is it a WAP?
It's not a WAP. He was WAP yesterday though,
There was a black pussy.
because I had to give him a
outside
bath.
the shop.
There was a black
Yeah?
pussy outside the shop. Anyway,
Randomly, just a vagrant.
he's a good little kitty cat. But the thing is, he gets dingleberries from time to time. He's gotten a lot fatter, and I guess he can't do whatever cats do to get. I don't know. For some reason, he's been getting a lot of dingleberries.
I've never seen a cat with a dingleberry
Well,
before.
my
Brian.
cat's been getting dingleberries a lot. Like every time he shits, kind of dingleberries, and then it'll fall off his ass, or I'll scoot his ass on the ground, and it's becoming a real pain in my ass. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and purchase the
Dingleberry remover.
dingleberry remover. Yeah, blah. I can't speak.
.com.
.com. Dingleberry. I went and I purchased the animal fur shavers. You know, the clippers. It's like supposed to be low noise, blah blah blah. So I do it. What I do is I got some catnip because I got this big old thing of catnip, and he loves catnip. I put it on the floor. I hold him like this. So his ass is right here, and I turn them clippers on and start going like this, just taking all that hair off. And now he doesn't get dingleberries anymore. And he enjoyed the experience because I had catnip there.
I imagine that you probably, when you were done, reached around and shaved your own.
No.
I couldn't imagine shaving my ass. Oh, yeah. Jet, you might remember. Y'all remember Carday.com? The story about the guy that shaved his ass in the
CarAudio.com?
middle of summer. Yeah, it was in the Thunderdome back in the day.
Oh.
The shaved ass story, and then his ass like glued together from the sweat. it was a hilarious story. He was like in college, and he went back to his room, and he had to spread his cheeks in front of the fan, and then it was like full swamp ass, and it messed the whole room up.
Jesus Christmas.
Yeah, there was this long,
So that
like,
hair's there for a reason.
novel
That
style.
honestly
story.
sounds like something that would happen to Brian.
I've got a lot of funny stories about that kind of stuff.
So his cheeks just were like sweat glued together.
Yeah, it was middle of
That's that
summer. He
sweat
shaved
glue.
his
Can you
he
imagine
like
how that
literally
feels?
shaved his crack, and so he had nothing. It was just
Imagine-
smooth. And then it was
imagine
like the
the-
sweat and
Imagine
glued
the
together.
itch the next day though, because if you don't shave something normally, it starts to itch a lot. Oh boy, you're gonna have some stinky ass fingers.
Brian, most people clean their ass before they do that, I feel like.
Yeah.
If your ass itches, are we gonna go wash your asshole before and then itch it?
I would think so.
I'd probably, yeah, I would.
You can use some toilet paper. I've done that before. Swamp ass situations.
All right, the concurrent viewers just got cut in half.
Anyway,
They
you
did
know,
drop.
if your cat's got dingleberries, you gotta help him out. You know, I'm not gonna let him suffer.
Oh no, what's going on here?
And Chris wants to know what happened to your unofficial your build, which you say every time you're on here. Basically,
I don't have
talk about
any
it.
time. You know, a lot of the stuff I did for the unofficial channel, I used to stay late. Anymore, we've been so busy during the day. Like, most of the days I'm here a little bit late anyway. When I'm done, if it's 5:30, 6 o'clock, whatever it is, I'm going home.
Yeah,
We're trying to get
I'm like-
we're trying to get Derek some help so he can bring you back that
I
content.
am so tired at the end of the day. I just want to go home and hit the couch.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I've been going to bed. Like, I went to bed at like 9 o'clock last night. This has become a regular occurrence because
We're
I
also old. So
I've gotten old.
starting to hurt. Oh man, that winter's coming. I'm already feeling it in my joints.
And then,
It's not even cold yet.
yeah, then like I would come up on the weekend sometime and try and do some videos or do something, but like the weekends now, I'm just like, man, I just want to chill.
Brent, you gotta unhide those comments, bro.
Well, I'm a little reluctant to hide the comments because last show we did, somebody said the word dildo and it made my
Oh,
stream.
is that definitely what it was?
I'm pretty sure it made my stream like half monetized. It's like semi monetized.
I got a question here.
So
Jared, F3 is not changed by adding more drivers. You just get more output with the same response.
can we explain F3? That has to do.
Yeah, it's just where the frequency response is down 3 dB in an anechoic chamber.
Okay.
Yep. So the SD4s, the F3 is not like incredibly low per se, but they're designed to be flat in a car rather than have a rising response on the bottom end.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually quite flat in a car. I remember Charles Haley, who's an SQ guy, got a hold of them, and he freaking loves them things.
Yeah. He
And Yu Yang Jin got them, and he had some JL shallows, which are really good. And I think they were the TW3s, maybe even the bigger ones. And he got the SD4s, and he was just like, these are the best things I've ever heard.
They sound sexy. They're just not super
Yeah,
loud.
it's a lot of our customers when they get them, they're like, these are weird, but it's just because they're like real sound quality
Yeah,
subs.
they're not used to that sound.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard a sound quality system, and the subwoofer had this really odd sound. It was because I wasn't used to it. I wasn't
Mhm.
used to that. It was like no distortion.
Yeah.
And you get this like I always listen for a bass drum. It was a very odd sound.
It's
But
just,
it- but
it's
it was
dry,
the-
it's like dry and
But
crisp.
it's the actual sound
Yeah.
of the fucking bass drum.
I remember this goes way back.
There's a baby.
Yeah, there's a baby.
There's a baby. Hold on, let's zoom in on that.
Can you see the baby? Hey, buddy.
There's a baby. Baby's on YouTube now.
He's getting big, man. Holy crap.
Oh,
I
he
just
can't
feel like I saw him last week and he was half that size.
They just had that baby.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, I saw a baby and I'm like, babies.
Drive by baby.
So like 20 years ago when the Brahma first came out, a bunch of people got it and like, I don't like it. It's not loud. And then Dan was like, meter it. And when people metered it, it was doing the same. It was doing the dB, you know, like, but it's not loud. He's like, that's what lack of distortion sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a lot of that when we first came out with the ZV4s and stuff. People are like, oh, it just doesn't sound loud. It sounds weird. And I remember Giovanni's my favorite case study because he had a ZV3. And he just beats the blocks off of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he got a ZV4. And for the first couple weeks, he was like, man, I don't know if I like this. It's weird. I don't know. And he put the ZV3 back and he goes, no, fuck this ZV3. This thing sounds like shit.
The ZV3 went in hair trick. He went to that ZV4 when he put that in his Volkswagen back in the day.
Mhm.
And he could hair trick
You
off
know
a
that
single
damn
12.
video he has like 2 million views or some
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got
Yeah.
several that are well up there over 1 million views.
It's just like
I like
videos.
Woofer excursion videos.
That's like one of my favorite testimonies because he doesn't
Screw
know
it,
anything.
I'm done with the podcast. I'm
He-
just doing a Woofer excursion video.
He doesn't know anything about like technical details or anything like that. He was just like, I like this one. Once he got used to it.
Got any more questions, folks? Get them questions rolling. We're going to talk about the E-Series components and coaxials.
Yep, we
You
got
wanna-
that covered. Let's see. I know I'm working on so many things. I'm like trying to figure out which ones I didn't talk about yet. I got the U8 prototypes in my office. It's another 8 for Sundown.
Was that the one you were taking pictures of earlier?
No, I didn't take. That was the NS8 with the surround.
Did you post that picture that you took?
Just on my page, personal, which is a public picture. Anyone can see it. So let's see.
Hello, Brett.
The U8. I think I might have touched on this a little bit. Like we have the E8, which is a 2-inch coil, and then we have the SA8, which is also a 2-inch coil, but it's a bigger one. Then the X8, which is a 2.5-inch coil. So the U8 is a 2.25-inch coil. Nice in between thermal power handling. In between.
We're going to stick with that orange spider.
You
you better.
know, I don't know. Maybe
series.
I probably
have
should
to.
do. I probably should do that. I actually
Yeah.
didn't think about that. But yeah, let's do that. We'll do an orange spider. Ronnie's gonna get them. Ronnie,
When did we get orange spiders?
the U series. So
My son is on this chat here. He goes, "My eyes are dilated." Well, thanks, son. Who is 9 years old, and his eyes should not be dilated for any other reason other than going to the eye doctor.
he must have went to the eye doctor.
I hope your eyes are doing okay, buddy.
Hey, we'll
talk later.
We should get the U8. Someone should get it from my office.
I'll go get it.
There's 2 of them in there. Just get one of them.
Where's it at?
You go.
You know
get
where
that
my
done.
blinds are on the floor that I haven't put up yet?
Go get it good.
That's where they are.
Is it mocked up or is it actually all together?
It's a full prototype. I was
Oh,
gonna
sweet.
send one or both to Ronnie
Okay, cool.
to see what he could do to them.
That's got the W surround.
No. The U6.5 will.
Okay.
The U8 has the surround like the X8.
Okay.
This is Steve Herman. Is there a compact V3 prototype? Sadly, there is not yet, Steve. Like the Team V3, I kind of got wrapped up in my higher volume projects, and then now that I've gotten there, I'm going back to the lower volume, like high-end stuff. So
Jared, if you want Sundown home theater subwoofers, just check out Stereo
Stereo
Integrity.
Integrity. They build a home theater version, like they use our motor and basket, but Nick has his own spider and coil that really sets it off.
William wants to know what our daily driver systems are. Nothing.
Gosh, honestly, like my Jetta has the E coaxes, and I'm gonna put 2 E10s in it in my Gately box.
I keep talking about what I'm gonna do in my
and
FRS, but I haven't done shit.
My Mercedes, I'm waiting until the X component set is done, because
Mhm.
that's when I'm going to put the X component set in there with my JFS Q12. Once I got to get the next prototype of it, because I'm going to
Yeah,
run.
because you haven't done anything with.
I'm
that
going to run.
whole
I'm going to
thing.
run it on a large, relatively large sealed box. But this prototype that I got, the motor was too powerful, and the QTS is like 0.2.
Yeah. That particular one, have you put that in the box and played it and heard it, listened to it?
It's
at
going to
all?
sound like shit sealed. Like
Okay.
that one would actually be great in like a 6th order or something.
Okay.
Yeah. There we
Yeah,
go.
here we go. Let's turn on this product cam here real quick.
Hold on.
Actually, Derek, would you mind moving one of these boxes, please? Just put on the floor. Here we go.
All right, so there she is. I don't know if can you see that in the product cam?
Yes, you can. Bring it closer to me a little bit. There you go. Perfect.
So you can see on the front here, the dust cap's not quite fit right because I got to adjust that. Cone angle's a little different. But this is the X8 surround. And of course our Sundown basket. And it's got its own spider, very similar to X8 spider. And as far as what you can see the motor here. Got a little bump back plate, bolted together motor structure and all that. So it's going to get you performance like basically directly in between the S8 and the X8.
Bring it a little bit that way. And I can zoom. It's just a pain in the ass. Here we go.
Yeah.
We're going to have to put a little box on the table. Place
Yeah.
product here.
Yeah. Put a little square. There we go.
The depth of the SLD and the SD412s. That comes
I have those in Facebook albums. I don't have it memorized.
It's in the 4.5 inch range.
Yeah, I believe the
I think
SD410.
it's more 5.5.
The SD410 I think is 4.5, and then the SLDs are like an inch more, and
Are
then
they
the SD412 is like 5 point something.
We work here. We don't know.
Brian, you could pull up our Facebook, go to the albums.
I can, but like, you guys don't have to talk if I do that shit.
It'd be all right.
We'll start talking.
Yeah, buddy.
The ZV6 coming. We should see them first quarter.
First
next year.
quarter. Let's see. Brian's going through Facebook here. Hopefully, he doesn't pull up anything that shouldn't be on the old podcast.
Oh, I'm gonna wait until I've come up to
I
it.
bet you
before.
got demonetized when we were talking about the cats.
Yeah, so you go to photos
Maybe.
and photos and then go to albums and see all.
I know where I'm going, Jake. Don't you worry.
And there's an album for the SLDs there.
Yeah, there's SLD. What size did he want?
I think both. So I think I put it in the text actually at the top. Or did I? I might not have.
How is there not a measurements file here?
Yeah, I usually have them. It's the same as the SD2,
Oh, that'd be hard to find. Let's hit back
Yeah.
here.
and that might not be in here, but we
What-
can do the
what-
SD4s.
Let's do SD4s. Here we go.
You should change your camera view back.
Oh,
I feel like it's staring at my crotch.
Maybe we are.
Here we go.
There's the depth right there in the top. So the SD410, I was right, 4.5. SD412 is 5 inches.
Yep. And by the way, I just want so people don't. A lot of people don't know this. Look how sexy that 8-inch woofer is. By the way, I just think it's super sexy.
It's very sexy.
It's like a bullet.
We're gonna nickname it the butt plug.
Let's see what else we got here.
We got a lot of things nicknamed the butt plug around here.
Thebuttplug.com. So yeah, if you guys want to know measurements, you can always go to our Facebook page, the photo albums.
I need to get the SLD measurement file up there. That reminds me.
And that you'll see a lot of cool stuff there. There's parameters, there's measurements. These measurements, if you look at them, they're going to be in millimeters. Just convert. And yeah, cool stuff. Let's go ahead and change this camera view so people don't see all the funny business going on. There we go. All right, Donnie.
Yes.
Let's talk about McDonald's guy.
Oh, yeah.
So, Diane went to McDonald's because we wanted to try the new spicy wings.
They're
Or
pretty-
nuggets.
they're pretty
Spicy
good.
nuggets.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they actually were tasty. They
So they're boneless
they,
wings.
they weren't spicy. They just had a nice flavor to
I
them.
thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, they had a nice flavor. Anyway, we go there, and the dude takes our order. You know, me and Donnie. Okay. Then that dude, same guy up front at the register, grabs some bags and he takes them outside to the people that are waiting outside. He took a little longer than he should have. And there were other people, you know, the other people working behind the counter doing their thing. And this old man walks in with an oxygen thing around his nose,
Yeah.
carrying his oxygen tank, just shuffles in, right?
He looked just like the guy. Have you ever seen Joe Dirt? I know you've seen Joe Dirt. But remember when he's like, all right, get on, hard ass. You know, he's doing the carnival games thing. He's like, yeah, I bet you won't come over here. And the guy's walking away and he's got like a tank. That was the guy. That was him.
He's got the can of Pam.
Yeah,
that guy goes.
him, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, so imagine that guy walking in, just pissy pants from the start, right? So he walks in and he's just waiting. I would say maybe a good minute, maybe 2 minutes rolls by. All right. So Donnie, what happens after that?
Oh, so the guy was super pissed. He's like, "You won't take my order," and he just walks out. And we happened to get our food. And we were walking out behind him, and Brian's like, "I bet he goes to Bojangles. He's gonna go to Bojangles."
Which is right next door,
It was just
basically.
right next door, and we just happened to be going the same direction. And
We're
he
following
doesn't.
right behind him.
We're following right behind him. He doesn't stop at Bojangles.
Doesn't go to Hardee's.
And I was like, he's probably going to KFC then.
Nope.
He's going to pull in a KFC. Doesn't pull in a KFC. He's still going. We're still behind him.
He was
And
extra white and old, so we know he's not going to talk about.
Brian's like, he's going to Burger King down the street, probably. And there's like a turn lane to get into like where the shop is at a Pizza Hut. And so he goes into the lane to turn. And I was like, we were like, where's he going? And he just turns ahead of where we go into the shop.
Remember, he's a pissed off old white man.
And he just turns in, and Brian's like, I wonder where he was going. I was like, Brian, that was the gun store.
Yeah.
He pulled into the gun store. So he was pissed off about McDonald's and then immediately went to the gun store.
Yep. We don't know what happened after that.
Yeah,
Well, there was nothing on the news. So the show.
he just went to the gun
That's
store
probably
to
like
bitch about McDonald's.
That's probably like his place where he hangs out, you know. He just wanted to go there and just vent about McDonald's and the poor service.
Probably.
They want $15 an hour.
It's like Cheers, but with guns.
Give me some more free 357 ammo.
Sounds awesome.
Right?
Yep.
I'm in.
So yeah, the U8 X Max is right on par with like the X8.
Sweet.
And the show is what, November 21st, right?
November 21st. Yep, back at Hickory Motor Speedway.
Yep.
Right here.
I expect we'll probably have some vendors, hopefully.
I'm wanting to be like Sundown Show V2.
So do we have any
Nice.
vendors that are like definitely in now?
Sundown.
I mean, nobody is officially confirmed with me, but it's open. Right now, we're not, that I know of, we're not charging for any
That's
vendor spots.
That's
So
a month from now.
Jeremy's
2 months.
more. I'm treating Jeremy Kramer, the head judge for DB Drag. I'm treating him like the go-to guy for the show. I kind of help facilitate the venue to get the speedway for him, and I'm just leaning on him to be the main guy here. He is doing some spots right now. We're going to do a show T-shirt, and he's looking at vendors that want to show up or do whatever, at least get their name on the show shirt. And we got some vendors coming in for that.
Nice.
That's what we're working on right now.
Heck yeah.
IASC is going to make it a 3X event. That's cool.
Yep.
I actually
IASCA, Joey Perry will be there. We'll be the main judge for
spoke
that.
with Travis Chin, who's the owner of IASCA now, and he may actually come to the show.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Get him in here. What else? What other organizations are going to be there?
So we're primarily focusing on the two, Iasca and DB Drag, since they're not getting a true finals this year. We're just going to call this kind of a season finale, and that's why they're calling it. It is a joke, the not finals, not finals event, but it's kind of just this, basically the season finale. So I had the idea where, since we weren't going to do a finals, I'm like, it'd be awesome if we could still put on a big finals like show. Try and get a bunch of people there and, just have a good time and whatever. So that's what we're going to do.
Nice. And we're going to put up a big tent. So that way, if it rains.
The tent isn't confirmed yet. That's still up in the air.
Okay.
It's a possibility, but it's not confirmed
We'll
yet.
just hover all over the cars if we need to.
What about a train?
We can. I don't know yet.
I don't know.
Right now, there's
That
no
so much,
extra
I got
details
flights.
confirmed yet for this event.
It may be a slightly dumbed down version of the regular Sundown show, but still, it's going to be
Yeah.
fun.
Well, depending on the kind
won't
of the
be
feedback,
hot.
the feedback I get online, if I feel like it's going to be as many people are going to be there as what was at our show, we're definitely going to have to make some changes to accommodate everybody.
Yeah.
But more so, I kind of want to I do want to slim it down a little bit. We might actually, and this depends on if some of the other organizations really want to be there or not. If not, we'll focus on Ask and DB Drag only. If they do, we'll try and do something to accommodate. But we've already talked about adding more room to the event using some of the area just outside of the track. So we're cleared on that. We're good to go. But we're still ironing out the details.
Come on in, Jesse. We
Cool.
want
We
to we want to hear your results.
I got a couple of questions here, though, real quick. Shipping date on X15s. Derek, how backed up are we on X's right now? Still a couple more weeks?
We're still pretty backed up
Thousands.
on X's.
Yeah. I just spoke with the Woofers, etc. earlier. They were like, "Hey, can we buy some X12s?" I was like, "You can, but you're gonna wait. There's still a long waiting list."
Yeah. I mean, if I took a guess on X's, especially 12s,
I was saying 10 weeks.
yeah, you're possibly looking at like 2 months from this date.
It's rough.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
We're trying, guys. We just got a whole container load of motors today.
We got 1,000 motors.
That's the first time we ever got a 40-foot container of just motors, isn't it?
All right.
I don't believe we ever did.
We've done
Oh
it.
yeah, that might be true for a 40-foot. We've gotten
Won't be
20s
the
before.
last.
No, there's another
So,
one coming next week.
Yeah.
Got to see what else we got here. How would you build a home theater from a car sub? I mean, I would just go to your box modeling program and get your desired frequency response. You're going to have a lot less cabin gain. You're probably going to tune lower, depending on what your goals are. And let's see here. Can you put a Z518 and ZV3 in the same box? I would not do that. They're completely different subs. If you have a box and you're just switching woofers, the ZV518 is going to want a bigger box. If you're trying to put them in the same setup, I wouldn't do that either because, again, they're completely different subs.
Jesse, what's up, man?
Nothing much, man. I'm just trying to get out of here, so I'll make it quick.
What was your results there?
The loud.
Bring up Mike a little closer to you.
Sorry, I don't have a headset on, so I can't really tell. But just from the initial testing right now, there's some stuff I want to tweak and retest. Obviously, I need to fix my door, but even with the broken door, it's matching the score of the ZV5s, about 1,200 less watts,
Okay.
Yeah.
and 5 hertz lower peak. So it's pretty good.
That's good for you.
And
Yeah, we heard it in here. We're like, holy shit, what was that? Actually, the
So-
people listening heard it too.
I'm gonna get the door welded up and do some more
So
testing.
how bad's the door?
The whole top half of the window frame is like
Oh shit.
flapping.
I would say you're probably going to gain quite a bit when you fix that.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have John weld it up for me. So
Heck yeah. So same SPL, but lower on less power.
Yep.
Can't beat that.
Until
And-
the ZV7 comes out.
So Savion says he uses. Thank you very much, Jesse.
See you,
Have a
man.
good evening. Savion says he uses a pair of C2 audio subs. Do we remember those?
That was what? Cardio Giant made that, right?
The Threatcon.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
Holy crap, Cardio Giant. I haven't heard that name in forever.
Car Stereo Giant.
Car
Yeah, there we
Stereo.
go.
Car Stereo Giant.
I remember those guys.
Good old Chris.
that
He
guy
gets
was
him
cool.
out from time to time.
Chris was fun.
Is he still selling exotic cars?
Last I heard, yeah.
Nice.
It's not really exotic.
he
cars,
was in
it's just
Ohio,
odd
right?
Cars, yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. That was cool. It was a cool guy to talk to. He was dirty.
He's a hoot.
That was a hoot. So what else we got going around here, guys? Oh, let's talk about next week. So next week, we're gonna have a special guest, YouTube sensation. I don't know if you want to call him a sensation, but he's got 1.8 million subscribers. Saab Kyle 04. If you guys ever are into fixing cars and just kind of customizing cars and shit like that, that's who's going to be on this show. Him and Ben from Extraordinary Audio.
Cool.
They came together and put a Sundown system in a Jimmy or a Blazer, an old 90s model, and they kind of
Yeah, it
made
was a square body.
yeah, they made it look like it was kind of part of the vehicle.
Yeah, it was a pretty nice install.
You did a video on a Jimmy SLT recently. Is that the same one ago?
No, I think his is a Blazer. It's
That's
considered
like one
a
of the
Blazer.
only videos of his I've watched.
No. But anyway, he's going to be on the show with Ben next week. They're going to talk about their build. We're going to talk about his channel and what he does, and Ben and what they do at their shop. And that will probably, will most likely not go live. I'll probably record that one so I can edit it and make it look pretty. And then we'll put it out probably Friday. We're going to do it on Wednesday. I'll probably have it aired on Friday, most likely.
So we got a question here from Mr. Mr. Cash there. NS1 V2s. It's possible we have a blown one here. You could probably hit up Ryan.
An NS1?
NS1 V2. We might have a blown one here.
We might still have one from the yard sale too.
We might actually
No.
have one.
I'm not aware
The
of
big
any.
the big ones.
It's a V2, so it's the skinny one.
Oh, okay. I keep thinking V1. We might actually have one, and if not, the Amp Lab might, because I think they may have purchased one.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, check out the Amp Lab first, see if they've got one available, so you can just buy it. If not, we can sell you a blown one and ship it to the Amp Lab, and they can fix it for you.
Yeah.
Or something of the sort, you know.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, Saab Kyle 04, he's coming in. Yeah, I guess a few people know about him.
Saab Kyle.
I didn't really know much about the guy, so this is really weird how this worked, and I'll probably elaborate more next week. I had a guy say he was a manager of a YouTuber. I was like, this is bullshit, because we get a lot of bullshit emails that come in. So I had to vet the whole thing first and figure out who it was. So it came out to be legit. I was like, oh shit, this guy's real. So apparently he's got a manager.
All right.
And then I set him up with Ben to do the install work, and kind of because I wanted to help Ben out too, because he's a local guy, install shop here. It's like, let's see if they can work together and maybe help Ben get some more business.
And where's his shop exactly? What city was
He's
it?
in Winston-Salem.
Winston-Salem. There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, it's about an hour from here, and I think Kyle is in the Greensboro area, which is like another 30 minutes from there. So, but yeah, they got together, did their thing, and we'll talk about that whole thing next week.
Heck yeah.
And he wants to know for Justin wants to know if we're refurbishing ZV5s.
There's a couple sources for that. Like
yeah.
Dave Lieb does it. My wife does it. A couple other guys. So you
Electronics.
Electronics, yeah.
I think Apex is doing some now. It's Corey, Dean, couple people.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is who's got the motors to build them?
Right.
All those guys are just itching to get some motors.
Right.
'Cause we never have them because they as soon as they're here, they're gone. So
Exactly.
yeah,
I actually think Apex has one or two right now.
They might.
they might. Yeah, check out Apex Audio. If you don't see it on their website, go ahead and email them.
Yeah.
Or
Or call.
message, call, however you need to do that, because I think they were just trying to kill some time back there, and they just wanted to build some woofers and get some more stuff on their website. So I don't know if it's on the website yet, but check them out.
And speaking of refurbs, we have a bunch of refurbed SA12s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna throw them in the
Some-
yard sale, I think.
Yeah,
right?
we got some V1s and some V2s.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be putting up on the yard sale pretty soon.
We're gonna do them as a dollar amount sale, or we're gonna do them as actual item.
Probably both.
Yeah. So far, I don't know. Jake hadn't told me what we're doing with them, whether they're going to the yard sale.
I think we need
We-
to update the yard sale a little bit.
It's
Yeah,
Clean it up.
we've been staying on top of what's going on with it right now. It's just I know we had the refurb stuff come out, and I know we'll be adding that soon. They're still in packaging right now.
We just sold the last S8 version 2 motor and baskets we had today. Some of them were
From forever ago.
some of them were chilling here for a long time.
So I'm working on my 8th year, or in my past 8 years. I don't remember. How long have we been here, Derek?
It's over 7, not quite 8.
Okay, so
it'll be
we-
8 next summer.
Well, for you it was
Spring.
March. For me it was April.
Yeah.
Anyway, you've had those motor baskets in a box since we worked here.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were V2 models.
I remember
Yeah.
them. I remember where they were in the Trotman
Yeah.
shop.
So I'd actually brought some motor and baskets in to build custom ones.
Yeah, when we want to do like SPL stuff.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people caught on to that though.
Right. So it's like we don't really do that much anymore.
Yeah.
I miss the Seal Woofers room in Troutman.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, we had a room that was about this size or smaller.
That was a little bigger.
It was the origin of the yard
It
sale.
depends on which room you're talking about, because there was multiple rooms that just had tons of woofers.
The one
chilling
that
there.
became the build room was the original Sea Woofers room, and the light was like broken in there. We just put random shit in there.
Yeah, I remember the one. There was no light. You just had to whatever glow came in from the hallway.
There was a doorway to like a stairwell that went upstairs, but it was closed off, so you couldn't go upstairs.
And that was our parts room.
And there was a bunch of bullshit in that room too.
Yeah, that turned into our parts room.
There were so many random rooms in that building.
That was kind of a fun building.
Old building. It was built in like the early 1900s, I believe.
It was very old.
Walk to the
You had to
bathroom.
walk everywhere to the forever to the
Dude,
bathroom.
oh my god, that run to the bathroom.
We had the one toilet.
What, did you have to like go up some steps too,
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah. It was halfway between upstairs
Hell
and
with all that.
downstairs. Yeah, that was a rough run because if you really had to go, you
you had to plan that
you
out.
had to plan
If
your.
there was a place haunted in the Troutman building, it was the bathroom. That
Yeah.
was scary
Yeah,
looking-
yeah.
It was a scary looking little room.
We had the mushroom that was growing in there.
I remember the one.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So that bathroom, which is the one that we used, butted up against the bathroom that the upstairs people used. And I remember one, and the walls were super like paper thin.
Oh, before they blocked the door off. Before then, we could actually go into their
Yeah.
area and use their bathroom. I used to do that all the
I
time.
remember one time I went to go use the bathroom, and somebody from upstairs was blowing it up in that bathroom, and he was making
probably me.
He was no. It was somebody from upstairs. You couldn't get in. So
I went in there while they were painting their bathrooms. I went in there and just wrecked it. I wrecked the bathroom. It was wet paint on the walls. And they even came and started knocking on the door while I was in there.
Damn it, Derek.
you permanently stained the stench.
So Kyle's asking about our tuning to 32 hertz. Derek, you want to take that one?
So for the most part, as far as it's, I don't know how to say it. It's just kind of generic. We think of what most people are going to like. It's going to get them a good balance of low end performance as well as loudness. That's 32 hertz, and that's it. It's just generic on what we think the masses would like in tuning and performance of the subs.
I'm a 35 hertz guy. But
Yeah,
this- it's
yeah.
only
If you,
a
I
couple-
mean, I tell
35.
everybody, when people ask me what do I do with this, I'm like, tune to your liking. That's
Yeah.
my favorite quote. Like
as long as it's not too far off the FS of the woofer.
I mean, if you want to smash the lows, you want to tune it a little lower, tune it a little lower. If you like 35, if you want to tune to 40, that's some like an SA12, U12, or U subs in general. They're gonna perform great that way. But me, I'm a 32 hertz guy. Everything I did back in the day was all 32 hertz, and you get a good balance there. Now, if you're wanting to, have some ZV5s and smash the lows, yeah, you're probably gonna want to tune a little bit lower.
You got a lot of people that just tune stupid low, big ass
15.
ports, big old long ports. But imagine how long your port's got to be when you start getting below 30 hertz.
Yeah.
That port length just goes really freaking long.
Yeah.
You got to do some stupid shit to make it work.
Yeah,
So-
and that was something with a lot of the box designs that we used to have for the bigger subs, for the ZV4s, ZV5s, the Nightshades, and all those box designs were designed on what everybody talked to me about back then. When we came out with these big mega roll subs, everybody wanted to smash the lows. You ask anybody, what do you want to do with this? I want to smash the lows, and all those box designs were basically engineered around that, just
Smash
to
that
smash
like
the lows.
button too while you're at it.
Smash the like.
Smash the lows and the likes.
Yeah. All right. Well, how we doing on time here?
We're doing, man. We're
at
doing.
about an hour.
We're doing it.
Yeah. So Travis, the SCVs have been removed from the Blazer. We're out of salt amps, and we ran out of salt amps. I set some to the side to go in the Blazer, and before I could even put them in, we have already sold them to dealers that needed them. So I don't have
Yep.
any
Yeah.
amps to go in the Blazer right now. Just waiting on the next run of salts to come in.
So I got a question about why he shouldn't mix the Salt 8 and the NS1. I mean, the Salt 8 is a significantly more powerful amp.
Yeah.
It's, I guess if you really, really gain matched them and made sure you didn't turn it up past the NS1 level, you theoretically could do it. I feel like it would just get a
I
little
still
weird.
think you might have some phase issues. They're just very different.
Yeah. It'd be really hard to get it matched is, I guess, the problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'd rather run a single salt 8.
Yeah, buddy. Steve, you need to buy the Salt 12s early next year when they come back in, bro.
Yeah. The Salt 12 should be here January-ish.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it'll be first quarter.
Hoping.
that's what I'm waiting on.
We're just
Instead of the
quarters. We'll just start talking about quarters.
yeah, and
Oh,
instead of
that's
the
right, 12s aren't coming
87500s,
in with the other ones.
I'll be running. Yeah, 12s won't be in with this next batch. They'll won't be until next year. But that's what I'm switching to. It'll be 4 Salt 12s. The Salt 12 was so powerful, I didn't need 8 amps anymore with those big amps. I could just run 4 and get the same amount of power.
It's killer.
You don't need it, but you're gonna have it.
I mean, I can't cram 8 of them in there.
You have to find a way.
It would require a whole new rebuild. I'm not ready for that yet.
I still got the torch in the welder. We can make
Did
it
you
happen.
did you do NS2s in there? Or,
Nope.
You had 7500s the whole time.
I will no. When I started out, it was NS2s. I started with 4 NS2s in there, just because they were big, bad, looked awesome when I had them in there, and they performed great. I was only running 12 volts, so I never got full potential of them, and I ran that for a while until I changed to the final form with the 87500s.
I like that.
Because I knew I would need a little bit more power for finals, which is when I went to the 7500. Still never used the full potential.
That was like one amp per coil.
Correct. Yep. I actually ran dual quarter ohm coils in there with an amp per at quarter. Had a lot of power on
Those
tap.
dual quarter coils are ridiculous looking.
Yes.
The wire is like a quarter inch across.
They work so
It's a
awesome.
shit ton of wire. So, anyway, speaking of when we do the next show, the not finals, I think we're gonna have Scotty. I think he's gonna actually come to the show and come on this show and do this. If Travis Chin comes from Iasca, he'll come on here too.
Scotty can tell us all about that new lithium.
I would love Scotty because I personally don't know a lot about batteries, right? And the lithium stuff kind of confuses me because I was actually talking to Scotty about getting a battery for my car because I let it sit too long and it doesn't charge very well and it's kind of old. I have a D3400 and I was like, well, maybe I could switch to lithium. So I was talking to him. He was like, well, I don't recommend this or that. I was talking about the Titan 8, so I thought maybe that would be a good situation, but apparently it's not for my situation. So
Situation.
but anyway, yeah, situation.
So
So he'll be on at
Yeah.
some point.
I am looking at some a couple Titan 8s to go into my install in the Blazer because they're so tiny. I can fit 2 under the hood in the stock battery location really, really easy. So I've only ever ran caps in there because burp was my primary concern. Well, this season was going to be the season I was going to try and get it into more bass race and bass boxing, some more musical classes, and for that I needed some battery power.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to start out with a pair of Titan 8s under the hood and let that be my reserve. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
when testing out for 59.9, I could get about 6 good runs at 59.9 before my cap started depleting, and I couldn't keep up anymore. Yeah. And with a pair of Titan 8s in there, I could go almost indefinitely in 59.9.
Amon wants to know the ETA on DV6. We did talk about that earlier.
First quarter.
Yeah, first quarter next year. Probably January, February.
Yep.
Yeah, we're starting to slightly get some parts in. We can start building those. We have such a backlog of everything else right now that.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
it's taking a long time to get coils in, so we got to wait on the coils.
And I really want to get a Titan 8 in here just to test it out on the test bench.
Right.
I'm gonna do some.
I thought we had one here.
Apex has some.
We can grab
I might grab one from them and
I'm sorry.
throw it on the test bench, see what I can wring out of it.
Cool. All right, let's go ahead and close this up for today.
Boom.
We're gonna say thank you very much. Don't forget, if you look below your video, there's a place you can purchase some hoodies. We got some hoodies for sale. Check that out. Also, baseheadtees.com. Same people did my little sign up here. Check them out. Promo code After Dark. Thank you very much for watching.